Before we get started, who remembers when you had to actually make phone calls to find out what time movies were? You used to call and it had that same voice, and it was always, "Hello and welcome to Movie Phone." That still cracks me up to this day. Some people won't get it because they don't even understand that you used to have a call, a phone number to figure out when movie times were. Anyways, what we're looking here in the background of me is a house extension. There's an existing second story you can see here, and the homeowners wanted to extend it with a playroom, a bedroom, a bathroom, and a workout room. And really, what here the focus is the importance of planning and budgeting, and really the time it takes to get your project off the ground. So at the end of the project, you're super happy and you love it. In this case, the homeowners asked me for a preliminary budget, and so I gave them one, and then it was arranged. Then we sat down and had a meeting discussing more about what they wanted. Uh, Two really big revelations came out of that meeting. And one of the big things was in the bathroom. In my mind, it was just going to be a 12 or a 12 by 24 kind of grid or offset tile pattern. And the homeowner showed me some inspiration photos, and they were penny tiles and they were a marble hex, which are beautiful tiles. They look amazing. It's just as you deviate away from a 12 by 12, the price gets more expensive, whether that's larger format tiles getting to really big sizes, or in the case of penny tiles and hex marble, really small sizes. And so it was an adjustment we had to make with the budget, and I had to have a conversation and just let them know that that was different than my initial thought. And we'll sort that out because we've made some other changes that I think are going to be budget friendly that'll allow that bathroom to end up looking beautiful. One of the other big changes is originally this wall right here was going to be covered in cabinets, not the red line, sorry, this darker one. It was going to have cabinets, and the TV was going to be built in. It was going to be this big, kind of beautiful built-in you see in all the pictures. And the homeowner was describing that they were going to store toys and kid stuff because they have younger kids. And so I said, well, let's take a time out and let's go measure some of those things and see what sizes they are and how they're going to fit. And we did some measurements and some assessing, and it turned out even if we made that entire wall cabinets, and when we put the TV in, because we properly sized the TV to THX certified and things like that, that it was never going to fit all the toys. So one of the points of the playroom was to have all the toys in a place and put away. And the project was never going to deliver that from day one. So we kind of had a timeout moment and said, okay, let's kind of rethink this. Let's think about how we can solve the problem and move forward. One of the ideas that came out of that was what this red line is, where it's basically a floating wall, and down over here on this wall would be like a barn door, and this side would be open. And on the inside here, there'd be like 2-foot shelves, and they would have 25 feet by 8 foot tall of shelving. And when we started doing the math on the toys, that really seemed to work. And then we started going down a path of, okay, how do we make that look like a really beautiful space? Like, let's inset the TV into that wall. Maybe let's do a black wall or do a crocodile wallpaper in a dark color to kind of give it a really nice finished look. And at the end of that whole process, the homeowner decided that she really loved it, and it was going to functionally meet her needs and the family's needs, and it was then going to look amazing. And so that's kind of the importance of planning, is that you want the project at the end of it to be within budget, to meet your expectations, and to be happy. And if we would have just went forward with this as a typical set of construction plans, you get kind of blank plans without planning through how the space was going to be used and what it was going to be used for, they would have been unhappy at the end of the project. And then you start to go, well, why didn't we know about this? Why didn't we think about this? And so it's really important whenever you're going to start a project, get inspiration photos, take a lot of time thinking about the space, thinking about how you're going to use it, what you want to put there. Even the size of the furniture, if you're thinking you've got to buy new furniture, these plans are all scalable, so you can cut out little sections of, or you can draw on there of your furniture and see how it's going to play out, and use rulers and decide how much space you have and go, Okay, let me compare that to some existing spaces if visualizing space isn't your strong suit. And then you know at the end of the project you've got what you want. And that's what everybody wants in construction, be it the homeowner, the contractor, the subcontractors. Everybody wants to deliver a product that you love and that you're happy with, because referrals are one of the best sources of business. And if you're not happy, then you're not going to give a referral. So my biggest advice to everybody is, when you start a project, spend a lot of time thinking about it. Don't rush to a budget. Don't rush to a number. Get a range, then define your scope, and then start moving forward to get the project you want, so at the end of it, you love it. And we'll see you on the next one.